Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're having a great day. So today's Tuesday, and we got some news stories. We got a little bit of FUD coming from Jamie Dimon as always. He's the CEO of what is that bank, JP Morgan Chase. So let's get into the news stories here, and then we'll look at the charts at the end. Obviously, also Bitcoin has went over 50,000 today, which is good news, and we'll look into that as well. So Jamie Dimon says Bitcoin is a bit of fool's gold. Here's what the miser had to say. Jamie Dimon, JP Morgan Chase chairman and CEO, remains a skeptic of Bitcoin, the largest cryptocurrency by market value. Here's what he says. It's got no intrinsic value, and regulators are going to regulate the hell out of it. I'm sure they're going to regulate it, but not the hell out of it. Dimon said Bitcoin will be around long term, but I've always believed it'll be made illegal. Someplace like China made it illegal, so I think it's a little bit of a fool's gold. China is a totally different subject all on its own. They do what they want to protect whatever their interests are. Dimon also said Bitcoin should be regulated by the government. They have to, he told Vende Hai. You can't regulate everything a bank does in terms of moving money and not regulate what you would call money, like cryptocurrencies. You can call it a security or an asset or something like that, but if people are using it for tax avoidance and sex trafficking and ransomware, it's going to be regulated whether you like it or not, Dimon said. So he's still, going with that old adage where Bitcoin is used for drugs and sex trafficking and tax avoidance, and it's come a long way from those days when, yes, we had some of that problem there, but obviously as adoption happens, that becomes a very, very, very small percentage of what goes on in the market. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys. Obviously, Jamie Dimon has been no friend of cryptocurrency over the past couple of years. He even went on to say that he would fire anybody that invested in cryptocurrencies while working at his bank. So, but it could be just that he's trying to get a better price on it. He's trying to drive it down. Next story is Bitcoin price dips are being bought up strongly, but a 50,000 close remains key. We touched 50,000 today, above 50,000. We're down a little bit. We'll look at the chart here in a minute. So analysts identify the key levels BTC needs to hold in order to see continuation above 50,000. So bulls flexed their muscle on October 4th, and proof of this came as Bitcoin's BTC price rallied within $500 of 50,000 mark. This move toward the key psychological resistance helped to pull the crypto fear and greed index out of the fear zone and into the neutral state on October 4th. So that was yesterday. So here's the chart for fear and greed index. We're at 54. We were at like 23 just a week ago or so. Last week we were at 26. So data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView shows that after an early morning attack by bears, which pushed BTC to a low of 46,863, bulls arrived with reinforcements and lifted the price back above 49,200, support resistance zone where they now battle for control. So they're still battling. Obviously, we still poked over 50,000, but we've come back down from it. If we look at it here right now, we're battling with it right now at 49,000. Let me see what else here. 48,700 is a major resistance level. Traders showed an eagerness to buy up the most recent dip in BTC price, according to crypto analyst and pseudonymous Twitter Racked Capital, who posted the following chart showing that BTC recent dip was bought up strongly. So you can see here was bought up pretty strongly at 48,000. It obviously went up. The analyst was quick to point out that the price is still resting with this red resistance area at 48,700 and needs to see it flipped to support if the bulls hope to push the price higher. Red Capital said this is the area that needs to flip to support for a revisit of 50,000 plus. Here's Zero Hedge tweeted, we have a clear support resistance zones. I feel we need to see a close also above 50,000 K if we want to see all-time highs. October is normally a great month for Bitcoin to climb higher. We have the right environment and technicals to reach all-time high this month, in his opinion. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. And here are 4 factors that are moving the price up. So 4 factors helping Bitcoin to 50K as stock market declines. So start of the month price rallies are driven primarily by untrackable fund flows, one fund manager says. So let's take a look at the data here. Bitcoin has recently decoupled from the weak stock markets, reviving speculation that cryptocurrency may beginning to draw demand as a haven or inflation hedge asset. Since September 29th, the largest cryptocurrency by market value has risen 20% to trade near 49,300, while the S&P 500 Wall Street benchmark equity index has dropped by 2.6% to 4,300. Bitcoin's positive price action is in stark contrast to previous price corrections of this year, which coincided with an S&P 500 decline of 2% or more. Industry experts said Bitcoin's latest resistance stems from cryptocurrency store of value appeal, continued institutional inflows in the crypto market, speculation that the U.S. will soon approve future-based Bitcoin ETF traded funds. So let's look at each factor. So inflation hedge, obviously. Inflation is here to stay, and every household is starting to see price skyrocket for goods and services nationwide. A recently released New York Federal Reserve survey showed year-ahead inflation expectations increased for the 10th straight month to 5.2% in August. Inflation expectations are also rising across the Eurozone. So we're seeing that inflation is not transitory like they were saying in the beginning. We have a lot of stuff going on in the market that's, creating this. And a lot of it is just shipping delays and all that stuff that's going on there. Oh, what else do we have here? Institutional inflow. So institutions and venture capital firms are pouring money into the crypto ecosystem, having shown no signs of relenting during the recent bearish price trends. A few funds we've spoken to have very strong new capital inflows this quarter. Thanks to data from ByteTree Asset Management shows European and Canadian ETFs and the U.S. and Canadian closed-ended funds have accumulated over 3,000 Bitcoins in the past 4 weeks. So that is huge. And according to Jeff Dorman, Chief Investment Officer at ARK Funds, Bitcoin and the broader crypto markets beginning of the month rallies are primarily driven by untraceable funds, flows, venture capital investments, hedge funds, and direct purchases of digital assets via Fidelity, Coinbase, and others. So, and then you also have seasonality as possibly another one that's driving it. So some investors could be buying the cryptocurrency on expectation that the final 3 months of the year will bring a more substantial rally as they have often done in the past. So we've talked about this yesterday a little bit as far as October and November being far better months for price appreciation in Bitcoin. So we'll have to see it. Obviously, September has been pretty much a bad month for it. So seasonality could be a self-fulfilling prophecy to some extent. BK Coins Betancourt said. However, particularly regarding crypto, the recent news flow is definitely the primary driver over historical charts. And then we have ETF speculation, obviously, a newfound optimism that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission will soon approve futures-based ETF also seems to be driving the market higher. Canada officially approved a crypto ETF that includes both Bitcoin and Ether, and U.S. SEC Chair Gary Gensler showed support for a futures Bitcoin ETF recently, and that's certainly been digested by investors as a bullish sign. It is. Betancourt said the SEC is reviewing over 20 applications for ETFs and futures ETF products linked to Bitcoin and Ethereum. So those are possibly the 4 things that are moving along with the 3 things that we talked about yesterday, which one of them was the seasonality part of it here. So I think it's all good news. The stuff from Jamie Dimon is just FUD, as always. I think he's just being a little grumpy about it. Maybe not haven't seen the light of day and being able to invest in it earlier on. And then finally, we have a story here on XRP holders. So judge rejects XRP Hodlers bid to join SEC against Ripple case as defendants. So on Monday, U.S. District Judge Eliza Torres ruled that individuals holding the company's XRP token cannot act in Ripple's ongoing lawsuit as defendants. The determination comes after a number of XRP token holders aimed to file Friends of Court briefs, which would allow them to join the case as defendants and support Ripple in its claims that the token does not violate securities law. So obviously this is still ongoing. Judge Torres asserted that allowing XRP hodlers to join the suit would compel the SEC to take an enforcement action against them. She added that it would also delay the case, which Ripple and token holders have urged for a quick resolution to. However, the judge determined that token holders can participate as amicus curiae, a party that is not involved in litigation but is allowed by the court to advise or provide information, Torres said. The court concluded that amici status strikes a proper balance between permitting movements to assert their interest in this case and allowing the parties to remain in control of litigation. So it's still ongoing. I don't know why people would want to go in and be as defendants in the case with XRP. I mean, especially since the SEC could go against them as well. I think they should just let this play out. I don't know what's going to happen with it. I'm not a big fan of XRP. I've said this before. But we'll just have to see what happens with it. So that's all I got for you guys as far as news goes. Now we'll go into the topics at hand here. Obviously, let me know what you guys think about Jamie Dimon. I think Jamie Dimon is just being Jamie Dimon. He's always, pooping on Bitcoin and Ethereum and all that. So I think he's just a grumpy old man. All right, let's get into the charts here. So Bitcoin is obviously up $49,945 right now. It did go above the 50,000 mark, which was our resistance here prior, and it is battling for that right now. So if it closes above that, it'll become our support, and then our next resistance line will be at around 52,700, 53,000. Looks like that's where our resistance is right here. Volume is low right now. It's obviously only been trading for about 12 hours or so, so we'll have to keep an eye on it. Ethereum is at 3,446, and it is above our resistance here at 3,300. So now it becomes our support, and our next resistance is probably going to be at like 3,600, followed by going up to almost 4,000 then. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. Obviously, it's above the 50-day, 20-day moving average and 200-day moving averages. Cardano is stuck in this range here right now. We're almost building a triangle here, a wedge almost. So let's see if we can follow this down a little bit. And then we have this here going like so. So I think in the next couple of days, we're going to possibly break out of this triangle and get back up to close to $3, I think, based on this. It's obviously right now just below the 20-day moving average, and it is battling with the 50-day as well, since those have kind of joined almost together here. Hedera coin continues to kind of go up in the last couple of days. It's gone up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the past week it has been in the green. It is obviously, the candlesticks are getting smaller and smaller. I think we're either going to have a little correction here, come back down to the 20-day moving average, and then we may move back up. We'll have to keep an eye on it as well. Litecoin is still battling with our support resistance at 167. It is above it right now at 172. We'd like to see obviously close above it and go up higher from there. It is right now holding at close to the 200-day moving average or the 100-day moving average. And Dogecoin is at 23 cents. It is pumping nicely. It is at the, what is that? That is the 50-day moving average. So it's at the 50-day moving average right now, and it is holding at 23. We had a nice wick up here to almost 25 cents. We'll have to just keep an eye on this one, see how things correct over time. Let's see if we can get this better. Oh, there we go. So here's a good chart. We're obviously way off from our highs, but we do have some room to run, so we'll have to keep an eye on it. Solana is also up for the day. It was down yesterday. It's at $168. It is above the 20-day, 50-day, and the 200-day moving averages. And it is looking like it's going to do another run up possibly. So I'll have to keep an eye on that one as well. Stellar is at 31 cents. And then let's take a look at the mining stocks really quick here. So Hive pre-market is at 0. Bitfarms is down 3 cents. Hut, I would expect to be, that's not doing anything either. It's up, well, Hut was up 34 cents. Yesterday to 961, it is, pre-market is at 0. Did a video on Hut mining report for September. That should be out before this one is out, this video, and you guys can take a look at that. Mara is up 75 cents pre-market, and Riot is up 35 cents pre-market. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Not a bad day. Obviously, Bitcoin being up over 50,000 today is a good sign. I think as long as we can close above it, we'll be in really good shape. And it's starting out to be a really good month so far for October. So let me know what you think of the stories of, obviously, Jamie Dimon. That's just Jamie Dimon. And then, do you think the 4 factors are going to obviously increase the price going forward for the next quarter, through October, November, and December? And just let me know what your thoughts are. I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all I have. Have a great day. Until then, bye.